My name is Natasha Rodriguez. I am the current project manager with UC College of Nursing's Share Lab. That's storytelling for health advocacy, research, and education. But I also work as a project manager for Cincinnati CARE, which is the Civic Action for Refugee Empowerment. I was born in Corbin, Kentucky. We spent the first 4 years in Corbin, Kentucky. My dad had a job there in one of the hospitals there. And surprisingly, we ended up finding other Filipino doctors that were also immigrants that had moved specifically to Corbin, Kentucky. So we built a community there of other Filipinos and Filipino families. And even to this day, we will go back to visit Corbin to see them, and we'll spend their birthdays and maybe sometimes holidays, but we go back regularly to see them and keep each other updated. And maybe this is just completely anecdotal, but I feel like amongst the Filipinos that I know, regardless of where you move to, you find ways to look for and find the other Filipinos to create your little community. When we had moved to northern Kentucky, closer to Cincinnati, we found a different Filipino, a group of Filipino families that we could become close to. The difference there is that we lived physically farther apart from each other because the range was from the south of northern Kentucky all the way up to southern Ohio. So we were seeing each other less frequently. And I, on a day-to-day basis, I wasn't really experiencing much of that Filipino heritage, but I was still brought up with that during those times that I could see them. But I do think that when it comes to Cincinnati specifically, if you are Asian American and you live in Cincinnati, if you look hard enough and you meet one person that's involved in the community, you will meet every other person that's involved in the community. We are very, very interwoven, interconnected. That's one of the great things about this city is that people who are in the who identify as Filipino, see themselves as Asian American, and someone who is Chinese American, someone who is Indian American, someone who is Vietnamese American, we still have that. We share that Asian American pride in Cincinnati, regardless of which specific race it is. And I think that's one of the beauties of Cincinnati.